Mulai nih Kak.
Mana muka ini? Oke.
Mulai nih Kak.
Iya.
Kak
Mulai nih.
Dinda mulai nih.
Iya, mulai Mi.
Oke. Well, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, I want to say thanks for the chance given to us. My name is Nur Aulia as a moderator and the third speaker from Group 2. And on this occasion, I am accompanied by two of my partners. The first is Ulania Umrah as the first speaker, and the second is Nurlinda as the second speaker. So to make time efficient, we will start our presentation. And the first speaker will be delivered by Ulania Umrah. Time is yours.
Okay, I will explain the abstract part. The speech and use in EFL classroom may lead to understanding or misunderstanding due to the distinct cultures between the origin of language and the users. The objective of the research were to find out speech and classification mostly used by an EFL teacher while teaching. The reason of why certain classification was prepared and the implication of the select speech as classification toward the teaching and learning process. This research was a case studies research involving an English teacher teaching an EFL class. The study used Shirley framework of speech classification as the instrument. I will explain the introduction. The increased learning and teaching of English the word during recent years in both state and commercial educational institution has produced a new cadre of professional teachers of EFL. Some have moved across from teaching English as mother tongue, others from teaching modern language. Many have been drawn into service for no other reason than that their own spoken English is good, or perhaps because they are native English speakers. And however, there are problems related to the use of English as a foreign language in the classroom. And meanwhile, this study focused more on the speech act that happen when the teacher hold practice and discussion in the class. First, teacher talk for foreign language learners. Classroom is the main place where they are frequently exposed to the target language. The second, pragmatic. Pragmatic is defined as a small part of linguistic and semiotic that studies the contribution of a context toward meaning. And the next speech acts. Speech are those acts of making statement or question, giving comments or order, refusing, complimenting, apologizing, and next is classification. A number of different scholar revealed different speech art classification which actually were originated from Austin. Okay, thank you. Next speaker. Next, Kak.
Okay, well, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Wait, Kak. Thank you, Kak Ulan Nyomro. And the second speaker will be delivered by Nurlinda. Time is yours.
Well, thank you so much for the time. So I'm going to explain about the method of this research. There are 3 steps in this method of this research. The first is research design, and the second is participants, the third is material, and the fourth is procedure. In research design, this research belong to case study. The aim of the study is to investigate classroom speech act performed by an English instructor in English course. Yin in 2018 explained that case study research is the most likely to be appropriate for how and why questions. The study also followed the advice of Creswell 2012, who suggested that qualitative case study method is required to be used in order to gain exploration and understanding of certain phenomena in the field. Case study is suited for this research since the main purpose of the research to reveal how speech act is performed by the teacher during the teaching and learning process. The next is the participants. So the participants of this research is involved an English instructor. He is 24 years old and he has a remarkable experience related to English teaching. And the instructor was chosen for some reasons. He has 557 score of TOEFL, and he has been teaching English for about 3 years. The next is the material. So the material is there are some types of the data that had been collected. The first is a video recording of teaching and learning process is in one meeting, which take 19 minutes. And the second is short interview with the instructor, and the third is some picture that can be used as authentic document from the learning process. And the last is the procedure. In procedure, the collecting data procedure start with an observation, and video recording was taken from the classroom where the teaching and learning process taken place. The second is the instructor was interviewed to get more data related to the topic of the research, which is speech act. After that, the data were collected and the video recording was transcribed by visualists, the utterance produced by the instructor. And the last is the writer used framework by Shirley and applied to classify what utterance belong to each speech act classification. And the classification defined by Shirley were assertive, directives, commissives, expressives, and the last is declaratives. Enough from me. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Kanarunda. And the next speaker will be delivered by me. And I'm going to explain the result and the discussion of this research. And the first is result. Classification of the speech act used by the writers is from Shirley that classifies speech acts into 5 types. The first is declarative. It is 0%. It is found that only 4 out of 5 types of speech act used by the teacher. It didn't utter any declarative speech act in the class that changes the words of the hearer via utterances uttered by a speaker. It is stated by Yule 19 and 96. It means that speech act uttered by a speaker changes the word or situation. The speaker needs to have a special institutional role to change the word of the hearer. The word of the hearer means that the situation which is changed from him or her or them caused by a speaker is not easy to be avoided or broken or left. And the second point is assertive. It is 57%. Assertive speech acts dominate the utterance say by the teacher in the teaching process. Assertive is a type of illocutionary point, state what one's believed to be the case or not. Speakers achieve the assertive point when they represent how things are in the world. It is stated by Tokyo 2019. You can see on table 2 the findings of assertive speech acts uttered by the teacher. The first, it is parallel, it needs to be in line. The second, D, because there is will there. And the next, will is always followed by verb 0. And the fourth, A, hang on means wait a minute. And the next point is expressive. It is 2%. Expressives are those kinds of speech acts that state what the speaker feels. They express psychological states and can be statements of pleasure, pain, likes, dislikes, joy, or sorrow. Behavior 2003 states that the term emotional or utterances refers to any utterance in which the speaker in question is emotionally involved and in which this involvement is linguistically expressed by means of intonation or by the use of performative expressions. And the fourth point is directive. It is 40%. Among those 227 utterances, 92 or 40% of them have directive speech acts, word clues. Kadir and Dulov 2011 lists clues of directive speech act words. Utterances containing the force or intention to ask, order, command, request, beg, pledge, pray, entreat, invite, permit, advise, dare, and challenge are categorized into directives. Mostly, the teacher uses directives with the intention is to ask the students about something and to command and request the students to do something. And the last point is commissive. It is 1%. Commissive speech acts are the least mentioned by the teacher while teaching. Commissives are those kinds of speech acts that speakers use to commit themselves to some future actions. They express what the speaker intends. They are promises, threats, refusals, pledges, and can be performed by the speaker alone or by the speaker as a member of a group. And the next is discussion. It can be concluded that there is one main reason why the teacher unconsciously use assertive speech acts, which is met with the principle of CLT approach. CLT approach as an approach which highly values communicative competence rather than grammatical competence. It is said by Richard 2006 because the teacher had to elaborate each and every question directly to the students, so it is understandable if she didn't Nurlinda. Time is yours.
Okay, well, thanks. The last is conclusion. So, in conclusion, conclude that the use of appropriate speech act classification while teaching is based on the teaching approach the teacher adopts. The study aims to investigating speech acts classification of teacher talk in EAVL
Kak Nurlinda,
classrooms.
unmute dulu mic, Pak.
Okay, sorry. Well, the last is conclusion. So the conclusion of this research conclude that the use of appropriate speech act classification while teaching is based on the teaching approach the teacher adopts. This study aims to investigating speech acts classification of teacher talk in EAVL classroom, and the reason of the teacher uses certain speech acts and the implication that can be drawn from the finding. Based on the findings and discussion for classification of speech acts are found from the data teacher talk. The total of utterance uttered by teacher in one meeting of teaching and learning is 227 utterance for classification have different portions, with assertive speech X as the dominant one, taking over 57% of the utterance. And the second dominant classification is directive speech X for 40%, and the expressive and commissive speech X have small portions, namely 2% and 1%. So the teacher argued that her reason of using more assertive speech X are to make students understand about the material, because the materials that is taught that day is practice and discussion. So the students need to have correct understanding of the materials, and the recommendation is addressed for English teachers, especially in Indonesia context. Teaching Indonesian students a language which is foreign for them is not easy task. So to expose them more to English, the classroom language instruction, which is better to be used in English. However, teaching with foreign language instruction can cause trouble and misunderstanding between teacher and students. English teachers should release soon their belief in teaching English. That's the conclusion of this research. Thank you. I give back to the moderator.
Well, thank you so much for your explanation. And maybe that's all our presentation on this occasion. We do apologize if our group make mistakes. And the last is by Taufiq Walhidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.